This will be the third of my audiobook. I hope that it's interesting to people that are wanting to research their family history. I know I could add music, but I don't know how to do that. So anyway, I hope you're still there. This is the third recording of many more. Thanks. To review, Sara Landavaso is the half Zuni woman who married Claudio Baca, Jose Claudio Severiano Baca, and this pedigree chart is on FamilySearch.org. Sara Landavaso's parents are Jesus Landavaso and his Zuni servant. Jesus's family, his father is Don Francisco Landavaso, who was the legislator that was poisoned at a meeting here in Santa Fe and died in 1858 and is buried under the cathedral here in Santa Fe. He married Maria Clarita Sanchez, so she was widowed and left with her children. Her ancestry is very interesting. I have a book about 2 inches thick that I did her pedigree. Her father is Diego Antonio Sanchez, and I believe it shows he was in New Mexico in the mid 1700s, but it also can be traced to the 1600s in New Mexico. And her lineage goes on to be relatives in León, Castile, Sevilla, Toledo, Aragon, and Madrid, all in Spain. Also in Lisbon, Portugal in the 1200s. Also a relative was Louis X, King of France. And someone in Genoa, Italy, by the name of Cristobal Colon, yes, the Christopher Columbus, was born as a relative in 1451 in Genoa, Italy, married in 1479 in Lisbon, Portugal to Felipe Moniz Prestrea, and Cristobal died May 20th, 1506 in Valladolid, Spain. Our ancestors are so interesting, and that's just one lineage. It goes on. I mean, I don't even know what's happening with the rest of the relatives, but I thought that was really interesting. And actually, when I was trying to get citizenship to Spain, there was a link that made it possible through Maria Clara Sanchez's lineage that would allow me to claim ancestry to Spain, because the Jews were being driven out and they came to Mexico. So we have Jewish lineage in our family as well. So they allowed the people that were driven out to Mexico to be able to apply for citizenship in Spain, which I didn't do, but I may still try, depending on what goes on here in the United States politically. Here is a view of the actual geography of when our ancestors came in the 1600s, and not counting our Zuni native woman from Zuni Pueblo, which would have been 10,000 years ago, maybe. So we have a lot of history here. The El Malpais National Monument is really interesting. It's all lava rock. It's beautiful in there. El Moro has a rock that has Spanish conquistador travelers that inscribed on the rock there. And then going to down in the southwest part of the map shows Puertecito, which is a place where I have a photo in the next couple of slides of my mom playing when she was little. And my uncles used to talk about going to Alamo to visit Sarah's mother, which would have been the Zuni person. And what else is in this page? Oh, Cebolleta up at the top right-hand corner. Cebolleta, that's where a lot of history is too, including my grandfather's father was killed there by accident. I'll tell that story another time. Here's another view of where Puertecito is, where I'm going to have a slide of my mom there in the next slide. Puertecito, and you can see all the places that are in canyons, which is logical because you'd need water and shade. So the relatives would also go to Riley. I heard a lot of stories about going to Riley. And you can see Baca Canyon. There's even a name of our ancestors in a canyon there. But it's a beautiful place. They picked it. It's dry, but they found water and were able to settle. So we thank them for their hardships and their ingenuity and hard work. This is in Puertecito, and that's my mom, the oldest one, and then her next brother was Jimmy, and then my Aunt Rose is the little girl in white. So there they are. Looks like my mom has a doll in the oh yeah, she's got a doll in both pictures. But I love these pictures. They make me happy to see them playing and being together out in the middle of nowhere. I love it.